So today we're going to be talking about how to pay off debt on a low income. Hello fellow wealth builders and welcome to the TruFinancials channel. My name is Dennis. If you are new to this channel, I do like to talk a lot about personal finance, investing, and retirement to help build your wealth. So definitely consider subscribing today. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon to get notifications when new videos do come up. So the most important thing to look at when you're looking at paying off debt on a low income is to know your income to debt ratio. And what I mean by that is, are you making $20,000 a year and have $100,000 in debt? Or are you making $30,000 a year and have $25,000 in debt? So it's really good to know how much you have obviously coming in versus going out when it comes to incomes and debts. Now, you might already have this number, but if you don't, I would highly encourage you to know exactly how much you owe in your debts and how much you actually are getting in on your income if you're not 100% sure. All right, so once you know your income to debt ratio, then we can kind of get started and see what's going to be the best option for you when it comes to getting out of debt. So the first and foremost thing, regardless of how much you make in income, whether you make millions of dollars a month or thousands or even hundreds of dollars every single month, the most important thing to do is live below your means. Now, you might have heard this before, but it is tried and true when it comes to your finances. You have to make sure that what you're spending is less than what you're actually earning every single month, because to be able to build wealth, you have to have some money set aside, and that is very difficult if you are spending all of your money. And a lot of people, believe it or not, no matter how much they make, are always overspending and living above their means. So the best way to actually combat living above your means is to figure out where all your money is going. And that's going to be in the simplest format of a budget. And if you're not a big budget person, I would just highly recommend just for 1 month, just put all your income and all your expenditures. And you can do it for a month that already passed by. Just put everything that you had from your online statements from your bank, so that way you can see where your finances are going. As I mentioned, a lot of times people will have their money going in certain directions. So whether it's eating out, entertainment, or something that they have as a hobby and they may be overspending in that category, what that does is when you put your income and expenditures out, you're going to really be able to see your finances as a whole. And that's going to really be able to help you out when it comes to wanting to get to the next portion, which is paying off your debts. So once you get it all figured out, once you figure out where your money is going out in, and you're able to cut that back a little bit, then it comes time to the most important part, is how do you start paying off this debt? And the way that you're going to start paying this off is there's two different methods. There's the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. And I actually have put a video together, and I'll link that up above here, so that way you can check it out. And it'll go into a little bit more detail on which one might be preference for you. But I personally recommend the debt snowball, and the reason for that is because it's going to be able to get momentum going for you. And that's a big part of getting out of debt, is getting that momentum built up. And it might be tough when you have a very low income to be able to attack that debt, but every little bit counts the more you can keep adding to it. So if your minimum payment, let's say, is about a $25 minimum, but you can add $30 instead, that extra $5 will really benefit you in the long term, because it's going to keep attacking that debt. And so when you keep doing it that way, you can keep adding more and more to it, regardless of how low your income is. But as long as you are figuring out the best methods to put towards that debt, then that's where you're going to be able to succeed very well, and be able to get yourself out of those debts, and then be able to have more wealth every single month, and then be able to continue to build your personal finances and get to a point in your life where you're not having to worry about having a low income, and you can live comfortably with what you have. And of course, there is also the way of increasing your income. Now, I know this might seem a little daunting or easier said than done, but there are a couple of things that you can look into. One is going to be a part-time job. I've talked about different ways you can hustle to actually increase your income, so that way you can attack debt, and I'll have that linked above here as well. And then the other things that you can do too is look at your current situation. Are you in a job that you have potential opportunity for growth, and what can you do to actually get those opportunities? Are you having to have conversations with your management team or your staff, so that way you can let them know, like, hey, I am interested in moving on up? Or is it something where you're kind of stagnant in that position, so you might have to look for a different position but with the same skill set? And I would highly recommend that too. So if you're stuck at a spot where maybe you can go find another job that pays an extra $1 or $2 more, it might be really worth it, because then they might have additional opportunities for you at that location or that company to help you grow as an individual and also grow your income as well. And again, I know that might seem a little out of place, because you think about it, yeah, of course you want to have more income, but you have to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to actually go forth and try to be able to increase your income. You can't just expect it from companies. You can't just say, well, I'm going to wait for my yearly raise to be able to get my income increased. Go after it. Go try, new places. Put in resumes to different places, and it can be tough. It can be hard, but it will be definitely well worth it for you if you can help increase that income, because when you increase that income, then you can help attack that debt as long as you're living below that means and not increasing your lifestyle in the meantime while you increase that income. All right, and in the comment section down below, let me know as well if you have any questions based off of having a low income. If there's anything I can help you with, I will definitely answer those for you. If you are in that process or were in that process and like to give additional tips, by all means, I would encourage you guys to let others know any tips that you might have to help them out. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And then also too, if you have any friends that are in that struggle and are wanting to try to get out and need additional tips, don't forget to share this with them so that way we can additionally add value to their lives and their wealth. And if you are not already subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button, and then I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, fellow wealth builders, and have a great day. Thank you so much for sticking around. I do have some additional videos for you if you are ever interested. This one top here is going to be one of my more recent releases, and then down here is going to be one that YouTube recommends for you as well. So thank you so much for sticking around. Have a great day.